So, I want to talk to y'all about the coronavirus or whatever, mainly in Cook County Jail. So, I was just incarcerated from November 15th till the 7th, April 7th. That's when I got released. I got released on GPS. But anyways, I was one of the first females that had to get tested for corona because like 2 weeks before I got released out of jail, I was having shortness of breath. So they took me to Cermak, and then I made it to Cermak at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then from there, I slept in the cage, handcuffed, until 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, all in between 1 and 6, I was asking when I'm going to see the doctor, when I'm going to see the doctor. I didn't ever see the doctor until 6 o'clock in the morning. So, when the doctor finally did see me, they took my blood pressure, took my temperature, and then the doctor, he stuck the thing inside my nose. And he was asking me a lot of questions. His main question was, do I feel like I have a fever? Like just normal questions that doctor will ask you, you know. So I told him like, no, I was just having shortness of breath. And he was like, okay, well, I have to put you on isolation because you are showing symptoms of the coronavirus. So they took me back in the cage till 6 o'clock in the afternoon, well, evening, rather. And I kept asking, like, when I'm going to go back to my unit or whatever. They was like, you going to isolation. So they took me to 3 East. 3 East is where other people, like, with medical conditions go. I stayed in there for, I'll say, till 8 o'clock. I say, like, 2 hours. Okay, then they took us, me and another lady. They took me and her to Division A RTU, Unit 5E, 5E, and that's where they had you at for isolation. They told us we was gonna have to stay in there for 2 weeks. Now, I only went with my body. I didn't go with none of my property. Nothing. Like, no, I didn't have no underwears. I didn't have no socks. I didn't have no bras. No soap. No deodorant. Nothing. And I kept asking for my property. Kept asking for it. Now, they put you in the room by yourself. She was in room 2 and I was in room 1. And I say not that same night, but the next day is when I started asking for my property. They told me no, they cannot bring me my property because it might be contaminated. Okay, cool. Well, can y'all provide me with the things that I need? So one lady was like, oh, you should have asked me. One of the correctional officers was like, oh, you should have asked before the second shift just started because there's nothing that we could do right now. Okay. That's fine. Okay, when I'm going to get my hours out of my cell? They tell us, oh, you can't come out. Y'all supposed to be in the cell for 24 hours. So you telling me I'm in jail and I got to be in the cell for 24 hours, no shower, no phone, nothing? Like I can't contact my family and let them know what's going on. Yes, that's the rules right now. I said, okay, well, can I talk to a white shirt? So the white shirt came or whatever and was like, okay, we're not supposed to do this, but we're going to let y'all get an hour out. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I still need some underwear and stuff. I needed, like, you know, my personal hygiene stuff too. Okay, we'll give you some state soap and they gave me some little packages of deodorant. Like, come on, look how dark my skin is, man. You can't give me no damn packages of deodorant and think that shit gonna last. Then I didn't give you 4 at a time. I needed 4 on one arm for it to work. So that's besides the point. So the whole time for 10 days, I stayed in isolation, and they brought, it was 2 over there, 10, 9 people. It was 9 people all together. It was 2, then they brought 7 more. And out of the other 7, 5 of the girls had tested positive for the corona. Now, one of the girls, who the lady, she had went to her door and she was asking her, telling her questions and telling her about it, like, I'm going to call your family, we're going to inform them what's going on and that you've been tested positive for corona. Okay, the girl, me and her was on the same housing unit. I was on 2D and she was on 2D too. I was in lower one, she was in upper one. And she said her roommate is the one that was sick, and that's how she got it. But she the only one was over there in isolation. Her roommate wasn't. But in the meantime, as we being in isolation, she the only one had on the mask. We didn't have no mask. They only come and bleach the phones down with certain officers. Every officer didn't do it because they didn't get no fuck. And then they only wipe it down, disinfected stuff when they wanted to. Every officer didn't do it. You know, they didn't sit on the tier with us. They would just, they'll come and do their check every 15 to 30 minutes. They'll come do a check. But other than that, they was not on the tier with us. Now, on the news, they say that everybody is being watched, like closely watched. That is not true. That shit is not true at all. That shit is not true. Them people did not get no fuck about a motherfucker, whether or not if they had the corona or not. If me and room 2, we the ones tested negative. So if these other 5 ladies have corona, why do y'all still have us on the same unit as them? You know, they talking about because it's more safer for you to be over here. How the fuck is that being safe when I could catch it by one of these ladies if they cough by me, anything, coughing on the phone, and y'all don't wipe it down, don't give us nothing to wipe it down with? How is that being safe? So I guess it was on a Sunday. It was on a Sunday, and one of the officers came and she just had to make the rules up herself and say we only could get 30 minutes out. Now, me and one of the girls that tested positive are the only ones who haven't got our hour out. So I got the banging on the door because I wanted to see what was going on because I needed to take a shower. That was my main thing up in isolation, is to, take me a shower. I'll get on the phone, but my concern was not the phone at the time. It was just my hygiene. That's what I was mainly worried about, was my hygiene. So the lady come in, she tell us that, the sergeant said we only could get 30 minutes out. Okay, cool. You're right. So when she let me come out, I already hit in my head, I'm not going back in this room because it's not right to have us on a tier with other women that have corona. This shit is serious. This shit is deadly. This shit was designed to kill black people. Like they trying to swipe our population down. Like, I don't know, but that's besides the point. It just, they telling the news people one thing, but first-hand experience, all of them are lies. They are telling so many lies, and somebody needs to speak up about it. I mean, I can't explain much, but somebody needs to help the people that are incarcerated because they gonna die in there. Like, they treatment in there is not the right treatment that a person needs that have been tested positive for corona. The one of the girls that had corona, she was in room 9. She had high fever, and she said she really couldn't breathe. And the correctional officer that said that we only had 30 minutes out that day, she denied her medical treatment and denied her medicine. How can you deny somebody medical treatment when they are sick? Like, what if that girl would have laid down and passed away or anything, and then they would have made it seem like, oh, it's just from the corona. Yeah, it is from the corona, but it's your fault because you didn't help the lady. You just said, oh, she's an inmate, fuck her. No, that's not how you treat people. Regardless if I'm an inmate or not, I'm still a human being, and my life matters just as well as yours. And when I was getting my 30 out, I decided to talk to everybody that was in their room. I went door to door talking to everybody. And then I went and got on the phone, and then I went and got in the shower at the last minute. The lady told me I had 10 minutes. But when she came in, she told me she told me I had 7 minutes left out. First of all, I'm finna wash my ass. I've been sitting in the room for 23 motherfucking hours and only get 23 hours, and I'm only getting 30 minutes out. Nah, baby, it ain't gonna go like that. You got the wrong inmate. Had the wrong inmate. So I took my time and I washed my ass. So she took it upon herself to go get backup other correctional officers. And majority of them was men's. I'm in the shower and I'm naked. As I'm putting on my clothes, well, they had their back turned, but that's still not right. At the end of the day, I'm a female and I'm naked. How would you feel if your wife was in my situation and you coming in the shower? Like, that's very uncomfortable. I didn't consent for you to see my body. So it's them people that's up in Cook County Jail, right now they need a lot of prayer, because that shit is spreading around up in there. And then it's coming from the correctional officers. It's not coming from the inmates. The correctional officers are infecting people with that shit. They coming in there, they don't wear masks, they don't wear gloves, none of that shit. And then they don't want to give you no bleaching them because they say it's contraband, you're not supposed to have it. But by this epidemic going on, why I can't have bleach to make sure why I'm resigning that at the moment for temporary stay clean. Why like that don't make sense. And then one of the correctional officers, she it's a stud. The one that took me, she was coughing real bad that night. Who knows if she have it or not? You know what I'm saying? All night she doing her checks 15 to 30 minutes, walking around coughing. What if she the one passed it to one of the inmates? But the jail not going to tell y'all all that because they really don't give a fuck. So they start sending out these papers since the corona was going on, and since they closed the courts down, they start sending out papers telling people when their next court date gonna be. Anybody who had got that letter in the mail, they end up getting released. I had got a paper. I got the letter. I'm gonna show it up in my next video. I'm not gonna do it right now. But I had got a letter in the mail. My probation, I'm on probation. I have 2 separate probations, 2017 probation and a 2018 probation. My judge told me I'm going to make your bond high so you don't be able to pay it. So she made that $150 and my second $150. So that's $300,000. That means I needed $30,000 to walk. And my new case that I had potentially had caught and that led me to going back to Cook County was 5,000D, which is $500 to walk. Okay, my family don't have no $30,000 to bond me out. So I said from November to April. And once I had received the letter in the mail, it told me that I needed $5,500 to bond out of jail. That's all. And that my judge had my public defender had went into the courts and got my bond reduced to $50,000. But imagine, I just said I had a 2018 and a 2017. They had me to them 2 different bonds right there. So on the paper, she misinformed to tell me not $5,500, but $10,500. That's how much I really needed to bond out. Some way, somehow, I called her and I let her know that was on I called her on a Friday. I talked to my sister on a Monday, and she said the Bail Bonds Project had contacted her and said they'd see what they could do because they only pay up to $5,000. So that following Tuesday, the next day, Tuesday, someone was telling me, like, go ask the CO, like, if there was any update with my bond. So when I went to go talk to the lady, when I went and talked to the correctional officer, she tell me, like, I don't understand what these mean in the system. I'm like, what? She was like, look. And when she showed it to me, it say bonds been paid or whatever, and the amount I owe was $0. I'm like, okay, so I'm going home. She be like, yeah. So you just waiting on EM to come and get you. Imagine EM is house arrest. But instead of them putting me on house arrest, they put me on GPS. Well, it's still house arrest. But they put me on GPS. They tell me that I cannot go out the door at all for no type of reason. I have 2 young kids, 1 and 2, and then I have my oldest is 8. But my 1 and 2-year-old, they get sick a lot. So I told them like, okay, what if one of my kids gets sick or anything? What I supposed to do? One of the correctional officers told me there's nothing we could do about that. You have to either see if somebody can help you out with that, or call us and we'll just come and pick you back up. What? Okay, that's the wrong answer I was looking for. But it's fucked up in that Cook County jail, and them people real life need some help. They not getting no help. They not getting the right treatment up in the medical attention either. They really need some help. And I will continue to talk about it until, well, even if nothing do change, even if my video don't change anything, I pray that it do, because I experienced firsthand. This not something that I'm just telling y'all, like something I'm making up. This shit is real. Like Cook County Jail, that shit they not right. They not right. It's so motherfucking nasty in there. No wonder how everybody up in there getting sick. It's nasty than a motherfucking. They first of all, they got motherfuckers in condemned buildings. That's not safe. It's not right. Like, we literally in that bitch living with big ass roaches like this motherfucking big. Like, that's so fucking nasty. Like, it's all mold, mildew, every fucking way. People be coming to spray it down. That shit don't work. That shit don't work at all. That shit do not work. These people trying to harm others. They getting paid to harm people. They act like they not. They act like they so much with this movement and they want to help everybody, but they really not. I really hope that this video reached to others and somebody will listen to what I'm saying and take heed and help the ones that's in Cook County Jail. They need help. They really do. They really need some help. Like, people in there sick, and more people is going to die. More people are going to get sick because that play. Then they got the Scab motherfucking Rocky. First of all, they say the heat will kill this virus. You know what I'm saying? The heat. Why the fuck y'all got the L up? I'm talking about it's cold than a motherfucker up in there. Like, that shit. They say air kill germs, but this type of germ is being killed by heat. They don't care though. They still got the motherfucking air. Motherfucking 40. It's 40 degrees up in there. What the fuck? It's cold. Turn the heat up. Listen to what these people telling y'all. Man, I pray for everybody in Cook County Jail, and I hope that y'all find what y'all looking for or whatever. Like, I hope y'all really do get the help that y'all need. I'm going to talk about it again in a minute, but this just a snip of what I had to say. Because there's more I want to say, but I don't know if I'm able to say what I want to say. I don't want nobody to sue me because I'm broke than a motherfucker and not going to get no money. So, I don't know. I don't want to violate nobody's rights, just like I don't want nobody to violate mine. But please pray for the people in Cook County Jail in Chicago, Illinois. They need y'all. They need y'all prayers, and they need all the help that they could get. They need people to actually speak up and speak out for them, because if not, more people is gonna die in there. People, like, it's spread, and this shit. This ain't no little shit that's going on. This shit bigger than Nino. You hear me? This shit real, and it's so scary. It's so scary. I got 2 little babies and I got an 8-year-old. My 8-year-old, he epileptic. He has seizures. Like, and my 2 little babies, they get colds, common colds all the time, constantly, like throughout the year. Like, literally, they be sick than a motherfucker. And to know that my kids not safe, even, they say you safe in a house, you're not even safe in your own house right now. Because what if I decide to step outside for 2-3 minutes and I come back in and one of my kids get sick, now they got it. Like, how do I supposed to stop that? Even if I'm making sure I wash my hands, not touching my face, doing all the things that they said not to do. How can you still protect your kids if their immune system not even built for it? I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm not making sense. Maybe I am making a little sense. But the main thing is, please help the people that's in Cook County Jail. They really need y'all. And they need y'all prayers.